Hi, Mark here with an AMS Club tip. Today we're diving into using global search like a pro. This is in one of my top 10 favorite tips is this one. And we're going to help you master Dynamics 365 one tip at a time. Okay, so we can see we've got our global search bar up at the top. And within here, I'm just going to type in Atkins. So this will depend on what you've got set up in your particular system. But for me, it's returning accounts and contacts and potentially some other records as well. Okay, now before I actually even type anything into here, if I just clear everything out, it acts as a bit of a like a breadcrumb trail for me. So similar to your recent records on the left. So, but it shows me the recent searches. So I've searched for Atkins, I've searched for Dennis-DA, and it's showing me a list of accounts that I've looked for previously as well. So if I just return to my search for Atkins again, then straight from within here, I could open up the Atkins account. I could open up any of the contacts that work at Atkins Wells. I could even email a link using Outlook or whatever email tool you use to send the link to somebody. But what I can do also is if I just hit enter, it will go into the full set of search results. And we can see now it returns our top results, along with enabling us to dive into just the accounts, just the contacts, just the opportunities. Now, in your system, you may have quotes, you may have sales orders, you may have emails set up as well. So because these lists can be quite long with the number of records returned, these filters across the top by table, so the accounts table or the contacts table, for example, they are really, really helpful. It also shows you what fields it is searching on. So perhaps you wanted to store the type of opportunity as a field that you want to search on. Well, you can see at the moment it's just searching on account, contact, and topic. So you would need to speak with us to get your configuration updated to search on a different field for the opportunity, for example. If we just click back to our top results, then we can see we've got our list of accounts, our list of contacts, and so on. If we were to click on the blue link, the account name, it would take us into that particular record. Okay, and we can scroll down and see all the details there. What lots of people don't often realize is we have this filter pane on the right-hand side. So within here, it will show us a drop down of all of the owners of the accounts. So within here, we're also able to click an owner and it will filter on just that owner's accounts in terms of the search results. We can also provide some filters on modified on and created on. So if we wanted to find any accounts that were modified 1 week ago and to 1 day ago or to the latest, then we can change those fields there and see what the search results are like. Okay. So have a play with those types of filters depending on your environment and how they work for yourselves. You may have had some data that's been migrated, therefore you don't go too far back beyond that data, it won't return any results. But otherwise, if you're regularly using the system going forwards, then you can find these filters pretty useful to find any accounts that have been changed within the last day, the last week, or the last month, for example. We can just click, if we apply a filter that we want to remove, so I'm going to say from 1 month ago to the latest, but we want to clear all, that will take us back to where we were again, and we can collapse our filter pane by clicking the right-hand arrow. So really, really helpful. Global search is fantastic. It stays at the top wherever you are in the system. In the global navigation bar, you've got your global search. And it's a really quick way of finding records within the system. And if you want to return to the page that you were on before you went into the search results, just click on the left-hand arrow and it takes you back to where you started. Thanks for listening to this week's AMS Club tip. Hope you found it useful. Please share with your teammates, subscribe for more, and remember, All My Systems is here to help you get the most from Dynamics 365.